A new homeless executive order has everyone talking. Some are even saying it could shut down nomad life as we know it. But before you start worrying, hear me out. Because what's really in this order and how it impacts us might be the exact opposite of what you think. Hi guys! Good morning. I'm going to make some coffee real quick. But I just want to say that this morning, as a nomad and a full-time traveler, I am waking up in another beautiful, beautiful area on our public lands that we have here in the United States for us to enjoy and love and explore and camp on in this beautiful country. So, I felt like I needed to make this video right now because it's a hot topic on social media right now. Not only for the people in the United States, but people in the other countries have been following a lot of our issues that have been going on here in the States too. And, well, I notice a lot lately that it is a popular thing for people to make videos with a lot of false information to put fear in people and to scare people and stuff like that, which is horrible. But that's the day of age that we live in. Now, this topic right here, I'm not saying that everybody that made these videos about this topic were doing it for clout or for views or to scare people. Some people just are confused and they misunderstand things, you know. So I don't say everybody does it, but a lot of people do. Now, just real quick, for the ones that don't know me, I'm just going to make this short and simple. I am a full-time nomad. I am a full-time traveler. I live full-time in nature, in our beautiful nature that we have in this country. I'm going to grab some water real quick. And I've been doing this for over 4 years now. Come on, water. Come on. Come on. We can do it. Let's do it. Now, right now, I live in a school bus that is converted. As you guys see, this is my beautiful home with my beautiful dog. But this has only been for the last little over 2 months that I've been living in the school bus. Because beforehand, I was doing it in Jeeps, Jeep Wranglers. So yes, cars. Because I know a lot of people are going to be like, no, this is going to affect the people that live in cars. You live in a school bus. So I lived in my Jeep Wranglers, a car, for close to 4 years. Traveling around the States, enjoying beautiful Mother Nature. So, there's a lot of videos going on around right now talking about the new homeless executive order that Trump just signed. Now, real quick, I just want to let you guys know, I have never, ever talked about politics on my channel. I've never told you guys what my beliefs are, religion, politics, any of that stuff, because I know it's a controversial topic. But I just want to let you guys know with me making this video, it's not me supporting Trump. Because I will go ahead and say, I'm not a Trump supporter. I wasn't a Biden supporter. I haven't been a supporter of either parties. So that's my view on politics right there. But Trump did sign a homeless executive order just a couple of days ago, and it has the van life community up in an uproar right now, because there is tons of videos of people saying, oh, this is going to affect the van life people, this is going to affect the travelers, this is going to affect the RV people. It's not. I mean, some people might get a little, not harassed, but have to deal with the police officers and stuff like that, but it might just be because of the fact that they're trying to figure out if you're actually homeless. Me, I'm not homeless. I'm not houseless. I have a house right here, and I choose to live this lifestyle. Now, a lot of people are forced into this lifestyle. A lot of people are forced to live in their cars. I get it. I've met a lot of those people, whether it's some females that have been in bad relationships, or whether it's just the economy now and people can't afford rent and bills. They're forced into the lifestyle. And maybe those people, maybe this homeless executive order might help them if they choose to have that help. Because they may love this lifestyle now. And they may be at that point where they chose this lifestyle now. So, I'm not part of the politicians. I'm not the president. So I can't really go into details of what the order that Trump signed was, but I did read the order. I looked it up online and I read it. And basically, I think, because it is just me thinking, after reading the executive order, to me it sounds like they are going after the homeless people with mental illnesses and drug problems. And they're also trying to clean up the streets in the states. Meaning there's tons of homeless encampments that have taken over downtown areas in almost every single state here in the United States. They've taken over Portland, they've taken over Seattle, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Venice Beach, Kensington, and Pennsylvania. And a lot of these places like Portland and Kensington and Skid Row in Los Angeles, they literally just have these homeless people on the side of the road doing their drugs out in the open in front of police officers, and nothing is being done about it. Those are the people that I think that the government is going to be trying to go after. And let's face it, guys, homelessness has been a very sensitive subject for me. My heart goes out to a lot of the homeless community, whether they're drug addicts, whether they have mental illnesses, or whatever their story is. I have sympathy for these homeless people. Now, this is my opinion. I feel like the government should not have let this homeless situation get as bad as it has gotten, with the drugs and the mental illnesses and everything. Like, we should not have our homeless on the side of the roads in these big cities allowed to do drugs out in the open in front of police officers and stuff. That is something that could have been nipped in the butt from the government. When these homeless encampments started building on the streets downtown Portland, Seattle, Los Angeles, they should have nipped that in the butt then too, before it grew so massive and so big. It all should have been nipped in the butt. So I think that's what they're going after. And to be quite honest with you, I am in agreement that something needs to be done to our homeless situation that we have here. They need help. Mental illnesses and drugs are a huge part of a lot of the homeless people on the streets. I'm not saying all homeless people, but I've actually met somebody that became homeless because she was in a bad relationship and she had to get out of that bad abusive relationship. And obviously the man had all the money, so when she left, she had to live in her car that she had. She had no money whatsoever. She didn't even have any clothes or anything. And she actually didn't even drink before she became homeless. But being on the street and going through depression and meeting other people that did drugs and stuff like that, and her just being down in the dumps, she started doing drugs. And then the drugs obviously affect your mental state also. So it was heartbreaking hearing that lady's story. You know, I say it all the time. Everybody has a story. We are not here. We have no right to judge anybody whatsoever. But everybody has a story. Even that homeless drug addict sitting in the middle of the road making an obscene scene, you know, and being out of control, that person has a story also. So I just wanted to make this video because I can't remember the name, but I'm going to look at it in a minute, but I can't remember the name of the executive order. But the name of the executive order, how they named it, you guys will know that they're really just going after the mental illness people, the drug addicts, and the people that are on the street and taking over the towns and the streets, and they're being a nuisance and stuff like that. They're not after the van life people. They're not after the travelers. And if you're a van lifer or an RVer or a hitchhiker or, you know, a traveler of some sort, and you do get approached by the police officers because of this homeless act, which I don't think is going to happen, all you have to do is tell them, I'm not homeless. I choose to live this lifestyle. I am out here camping. I'm exploring nature. I'm enjoying our land that we have. I choose to live this lifestyle. I'm not homeless. So, we have every right to go camping. We have every right to enjoy our beautiful land that we have here in the United States. Hopefully that won't be taken away from us one day. And even if we do it full time, you have to abide by those rules. There's still rules for us to go and set up camp on these lands and be a full-time traveler. A lot of places, you can only stay in one place for like 10 days or 14 days or 16 days. And then you have to pack up and move to a different location. So if you abide by those rules right there, then you're not going to be considered a homeless person. But if you stay somewhere for a whole entire month or longer than the days that you're supposed to be there for, then they're going to consider you homeless because you're living there. Also, trash. If you are a traveler or a camper, you're just going out for a weekend camping trip, and there's no trash cans around, figure it out. Especially if you're just a camper going out camping for the weekend, take your trash home. But even if you're just a traveler, living out here in nature full time, plenty of places for you to take your trash. Do not leave your trash at these campsites. That's why they're closing down a lot of our lands, is because of the trash left on our public lands. Always choose happy. Nature is my happiness. I do this, live like this. I'm a nomad. I live this van life lifestyle, full-time travel, because this is my peace right here. I haven't been happy my whole entire life, and since I started this, I have finally experienced what happiness and peace is. This is my sanity. This is our land, free for us to enjoy. And I'll do that. Let's go walk out and see my home that I'm at for, I think this spot is 10 days, for 10 days. So let's go see my home for 10 days. It's beautiful. Wait till you guys see the river that I'm camped on down there. So, the homeless executive order that was signed by Trump, it's called Ending Crime and Disorder on American Streets. Ending crime and disorder on America's streets. And it talks about the mental illness, it talks about the drugs and stuff like that. There's nothing in it that says anything about travelers, van lifers, campers, or anything like that. It talks mostly about the homeless people that are living on the streets in these cities and towns doing drugs and out there a hot mess because of their mental illnesses. And that's what the order talks about. You can Google it. Just Google the homeless executive order and you'll find it. And read the whole entire thing. And personally, I think that needs to be handled. You know, like, I don't have anything against the homeless people at all. My heart goes out to the homeless people. I had even thought about starting another channel one time, centering it around the homeless problem that we have in our states, because it saddens me. It saddens me, and it should not have gotten this out of hand. You guys know that I go to Slab City a lot, and I've already been asked this. The reason I'm making this video right now is not just because of all the other videos that were made, is because I have had a lot of emails and comments on my videos. People asking me if I'm concerned about this, and then I did have somebody also ask me, is my friends out in Slab City, are they concerned about this too? Personally, I don't think it's going to affect the people in Slab City either. You know, Slab City, yes, it's a big, huge homeless encampment out there. Yes, but they are a community out there. They're a community, and they made it work, and they've made it work for decades. Decades. Also, Slab City brings a lot of tourism into that whole entire area down there in Southern California. That whole entire area of Southern California makes a lot of money off of Slab City, because majority of the tourists are coming to see Salvation Mountain, which is at Slab City, and Slab City. So I don't think Slab City's ever going anywhere. So I don't think this bill, order, whatever, is going to affect the people in Slab City either. So, no, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned at all. And even if I am, set up camp, you know, out in the middle of nature, where I always set up camp at, and I get approached by a police officer, I'll just tell them, I choose to live this lifestyle. I choose it. I'm not homeless. I gave up a 10-year career to live this lifestyle. There's a difference. I wasn't forced into living like this. It is a choice. And hopefully, with all the nonsense that's going on in our world, hopefully we still have the freedom to have a choice. And clearly you will be able to see that I'm not a drug addict or a mental case, even though I do have mental illnesses, but my mental illnesses do not affect how I am out in the public. I don't destroy things. I'm not a nuisance. And this is my therapy for my mental illnesses. So yeah, I'm gonna walk down here and I'm gonna show you this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful river that I'm camped on. I'm not gonna tell you guys the name of it, and I'm only gonna show you guys a glimpse of it because you guys know I'm doing a whole video of it. Beautiful. And this is my home for 10 days. This is my home. This is y'all's home. This is everybody's home because it's public land in our states. And until that right gets taken away from us, I will enjoy living on our public land and respect it. That's a big key thing. Respect it. As long as you come out here and respectively camp, because that's what we're doing. Respectively set up camp on our public land, you should have no issues. And I'll end this video with, like I said, if I get harassed and if I get arrested, I'm a YouTuber. You guys better believe I'll have the cameras rolling and I'll make a whole entire video out of it, because I will argue till I'm blue in the face, and I will make tons of videos about this. I'll even contact the news stations. I will do everything possible to prove that we have every right as travelers and van life people and people that choose to live this lifestyle can and are allowed to do it. But I don't think that day will come, because I think you can tell when somebody chooses to do this and when they're a traveler or when they're homeless. And the people that live in their cars that are worried about this, I think when that day comes, because yes, people that live in their cars will probably have to deal with this situation. But when that day comes, that's going to be something that you're going to have to choose on how you want to handle that situation. Do you enjoy living in your car? Do you enjoy living in your car as a traveler? Or do you need help? And you need a structure, you need a home, you need an apartment, a job, you need help. When that day comes for you guys, that's something you have to choose and make up your mind about. But this will not be taken away from me. I will fight for it. I respect our lands. I don't leave the trash. I abide by all laws I'm here for the time limit that you're supposed to be and then move on. I see other people leave trash, I say something. Just recently, a couple weeks ago, I got into it with a lady that was leaving her trash, a big, huge bag of trash. And I stay in nature. So another way for you van lifers and RV people, or schoolies, or anybody that are worried about this, another thing, because I know a lot of you guys like to do this, is stay in parking lots. The Walmart parking lots, grocery store parking lots, the truck stops, you know, stuff like that. I wouldn't do that anymore, because I'm sure they will probably bother some people that are in these parking lots. So if this is the lifestyle that you choose and you want to live, and you always stayed in parking lots because you felt like that was where you were safe because it was a public place, because I get it, You're always more than welcome to reach out to me, or you can search on YouTube or Google. My email is all over my YouTube page, and I can help you. I'm a solo female traveler and been doing it for a little over 4 years. There's other ways for you to find places to camp and set up camp and go stay at places that aren't parking lots, where you can feel free. And you can be around other people too. Me, I don't like to be around other people. So that's about it. I know this video is not very like, oh wow, look at that beautiful thing, or look at that beautiful mountain, or that beautiful river. But I had to make this video. I had to, because I was getting a lot of questions, a lot of emails, and then just seeing all the videos that were being posted about it. I had to address it. And I hope I didn't offend anybody by this. I'm not negative against the homeless people. I've always had a sensitive heart for the homeless situation here. It's always been that. I think that's why I bond so well with the people in Slab City. That homeless encampment out in Slab City, it just amazes me on how they formed a community out there and how they help each other and all that, you know. So, you know, every time I go to Slab City, when I leave that place, every year there's changes out there in Slab City, every single year. And they're all for the good. And so every year when I leave Slab City after visiting it and I'm driving away, I actually do tear up a little bit, because it's amazing to see that community come together like that. Whether they are all homeless, and whether there is some bad things that go on out there, and whether there is some drugs that go on out there. But let's face it, there's drugs everywhere. But those people have made it work. The homeless people that we have in the cities taking over our downtown areas, taking over Venice Beach, that used to be a popular tourist place, thriving tourist place, but lots of businesses are shut down now. Portland used to be a thriving business place, but those businesses are getting shut down, if not already shut down, you know, because of the homeless encampments that have set up outside of these businesses and everything, you know, and doing the drugs out in the open on the public streets in front of kids. Those are the things that need to be stopped. Those people are the ones that need help. And I'm hoping and praying that that is what this homeless executive order is about.